Howdy folks, Satish here from Dallas, Texas. I'm going to show you guys 5 exercises that you can do to become a better copywriter starting today. So most people, want to be a good copywriter, but most don't actually do the work, okay? Everybody knows the basic of the copywriting, you have a big claim, whatever the message is, and then, slippery slope, and then, the meat of the copy, and then usually like, evidence, testimonials, and call to action, guarantees, okay? Everybody knows that, okay? That's the basics of like a sales letter or like, sales copy, right? But that's the, you get the idea, right? Even if you're writing a VSL copy or whatever. But I'm gonna show you guys 5 exercises that you can do every single day to become the best copywriter ever. Okay, so this video has been brought to you by copywriter.net. Okay, it's copywriter.net. Go there to become a better copywriter today. So starting with number 1. So number 1 is copying other copywriters. Now hear me out. So back in the day when I was just starting out my copywriting business, what I used to do is pretty, it sounds silly, but it actually helped me. So if you're a beginner, this is gonna be super helpful for you because here's the thing, okay? So what you do is you find copywriters that you can pretty much, get a piece of paper out and a pen and you copy what they have written. So my favorite was Joseph Sugarman. So I used to get his catalog and I used to just, write it up so I can see what's happening, how his brain is working whenever he's writing that copy. So I used to do that. It helped me out a lot. So try doing that. So maybe find a good sales page that you're inspired by. See if you can just write it up, okay? And then you improve it. See what you can do better, okay? That's number 1, writing and copying other copywriters as well. That's number 1. Number 2 is it's a mental exercise. Okay, so what you do is this. So let's say you're driving down, Highway 75 or Highway 112, wherever you're driving, and you're driving by and you see the, golden arcs, okay? Pa-da-pa-pa-pa, McDonald's, okay? I'm loving it. Now, that's the slogan of McDonald's. Now, how can you make it better? Okay, that's a question. That's a question you're gonna get when you get into copywriting, because here is the thing, okay? So every single time you see a plastic bottle, like water bottle like this, a book like this, okay? Take a look at it and see how you can make it better, okay? And you do it all mentally. Now, you must be thinking like, okay, there's nothing that I can do to make McDonald's slogan better. Well, here's the thing, okay? What's gonna happen when you get into the actual copywriting field is that most of the time you'll do tweak work, okay? I'm not talking about twerking, I'm talking about tweaking the copy, okay? So most of the time you're gonna get a client that already has a sales page, they already have a product, they already have a billboard, they already have an email, they already have it, okay? And their problem is most of the time, can you fix it, okay? Okay, in that case, what do you have to do, okay? Most people don't want it replaced, okay? Most people, some do, not everybody, right? So most people want it repaired. So if you're in repairing copy business, which you will be, that's what I do most of the day. So most of the day, all I do is, I look at a sales page and I tell people, hey, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to change. That's it. Sounds easy, but it takes a lot of practice. So for that reason, you have to mentally prepare yourself to, make everything better, okay? So let's say McDonald's, pa-da-pa-pa-pa, loving it. So maybe it could be pa-da-pa-pa-pa, I love burgers. Do you? It could be catchy as well. So is this the way it's all creative. You have to get used to making things better than they are. So let's say you're like shopping around, at a grocery. I haven't been to a grocery for like, I don't know, a long time, but if you're there, you see a package, right? You need to think about how can you make it better. That should be on top of your mind. So that was number 3. Number 2, okay? Number 3 is swipe forward. So every time I find something amazing, let's say, I'm at a bookstore and I found this book and I love the cover, I get my phone out, I take a picture of it and put it on a folder called Swipe. Now, what is a swipe, okay? Swipe is pretty much a collection of inspirational sales pages, branding, whatever it could be. So you can take a screenshot or things like that, okay? Put it on a folder. Now, why would you want to do that? Because whenever you get a client, right, and then the client says, hey, build me this, do me that, okay, and then if you're like, I've ran out of ideas, what you can do is take a look at that copy, those swipe, and come up with something new, okay? So I do it all the time, okay? So I also have a website called swipefolder.com. So it's swipefolder.com. If you go to that website, it's a swipe folder that I have created for you guys with my collection, and you can also create your collection as well. It's called swipefolder.com. So that was number 3, create your own swipe folder. Okay, now number 4, I think it's one of the most important one, because let's say a client comes to you and they say, hey, this is my product, okay? So what you need to get into the habit of is turning features into benefits. So if you go to any software or any product website, the biggest mistake that you'll see is people talk about features. Oh, it has this bell, this whistle, blah blah blah. So the question is, so what is the benefit? What's the benefit of actually having that feature? So try to turn every feature into a benefit, okay? Think in terms of benefits every single time. Now, last but not least is number 5. Number 5 is turning complex concepts into something simple. Let me explain. So let's say I want to give you guys something. So let's say quantum mechanics, okay? Quantum theory, right? So most people, since I have a science background, I know what it is, but let's say you knew what quantum theory was and you had to explain it to a 5-year-old or your parents, okay? How would you do it? So here's the thing, okay? You have to be able to turn a complex subject, topic, a message into something simple, okay? Get into the habit of this. For example, okay, you go to any website, right? It has our mission statement is blah, 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 blah. Most of the time, it's useless, okay? Go to people's LinkedIn. It says blah, blah, blah. I have strategically done this, done that. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's just pointless, okay? What if you can convert that complexity into something simple, one-liner? So be able to explain every complex topic and subject into one line. Now, is it difficult? Sometimes, yes, but it doesn't have to be, because with enough practice, you'll be able to turn any complex subject into something super, super simple, okay? Those are 5 things. So number 1 was copy people's copy. Try doing that. Number 2 was that mental exercise. See how you can make everything better. Number 3 is having a swipe folder. And number 4 is turning any feature into a benefit, right? And last but not least is turning complex concepts into one-liner. If you do these 5 things, I think you'll become an awesome copywriter in 30 days. I'm not gonna say overnight, because it does take time, but try doing these things, okay? Because when you get a client, okay, that is not so some copywriters, what they do is they only get to practice when they get a client. Now think of it this way, okay? If I was paying somebody, right? If let's say you were paying somebody, right? Would you expect them to just play around? No, right? Of course you'll do split testing and all those things, but most of the time you expect those people to actually do the work that they are saying they can do. So that's why I tell every student, all of my students, okay, to actually practice, okay, every single day. Okay, copywriting is, okay, people think that once if you have done one course on copywriting, you're the best. You can't be. You have to. It's a skill, okay, and you can lose it. Okay, you can lose it. It is true. If you don't use it, you might lose it, because here's the thing, okay. Your job as a copywriter is to think, okay? You have to learn how to use all the skill that you've gathered into a real life practice, and that takes practice, okay? So try doing these and see how you feel, okay? And in the comments, let me know, okay, if you have any other thing that you do that's something that I didn't talk about. I would love to learn about it. And hey, if you enjoy this video, I think you're gonna love the rest of the other videos that I have on my channel as well. And again, this video was brought to you by copywriter.net. Yes, that is my website as well. because I want to turn you into a beast copywriter. So do we have a deal? Subscribe right now and I'm going to turn you into a sales monster, copywriter monster. I'm going to make your overall life better. Sounds fair? Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Subscribe right now.